Hi everyone. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit about a technique that I've learned to get past resistance. The resistance is specifically in doing physical work, changing your light bulb, doing some plumbing, cutting the grass, looking after a garden, planting a tree, watering the garden. And it can be anything that is, physical, that's out of your normal routine. It's like this thing you have to go do. Now, for me, living on a farm in a community and taking care of a farm, I had to get over a lot of things very quickly to get into it, to get it done. So within this time, I have noticed resistances that I have to, getting into. Like, let's say we have to pick up grass in the field. I would have this resistance of picking up the grass because in the back of my head, I'm thinking I'm going to be itchy, might have allergic reaction. The grass is going to annoy me. The grass is going to get in my clothes. It's going to touch my skin, my torso mainly. And so I go into this resistance of getting into the job, into the work, because I don't want to get into that. And the same with plumbing or with any water. I don't want to get wet. I don't want to crawl on my knees. I don't want to go on my back and lay underneath a sink and work with the pipes. And it can be a lot of things like that. For example, planting a tree. You're like, oh, I don't want to now get dirt on me, get dirty, get dusty, put my fingers, my nails into the ground. You have so many points in our lives that we can have resistance to getting into it. And I have, through this, for 10 years now, with living on a farm and taking care of animals and, doing a lot of physical work with a lot of different types of things, I've realized one thing, that my hands are the key to getting started. And this is, for example, let me give you a hay example. We have to pick up hay in the field. When I have that resistance, as I explained before, what I do is I take my hands and I go in fully. I just put my hands in there fully, into the grass. And I pick up the grass and I hold the grass, I hug the grass. And this is something I do to get past that resistance. Because if I do it like, just touching the grass, using forks, and I keep this barrier between me and what I have to do the whole time, I'm the whole time in this resistance. I'm the whole time in this point of separation of I can't get into it. It's something I don't want to do. So if I take that first 5 minutes of starting a project or starting to do something, I just get my hands into it as fast as possible. And that my hands get used to it. That my body that I make contact, like direct contact, touch it, be with it, feel it, and get used to your hands just being naked and with it. And get dirty. That's the first 5 minutes you focus on, is just get into it. And don't start your work and continue your work with that distance you're keeping the whole time, because in the back of your head you have all these reasons, these thoughts, these points of I don't want to do it, I want to crawl on my knees. Crawl on your knees, go first thing on your knees, lay on your back, first thing. Just get in there, just get dirty, just get wild, is what I like to call it. Just get wild into it. Not actually wild, like, I'm wild, but this is something I've learned and that I've applied many times, because in one day I can do multiple different things. I can go from working with wood, such as what I'm doing right now, to picking up grass, to working with water. And you have to really get over your resistance to doing something very quickly, because you have to get into it. You have to do it, you have to get it done. And I think a lot of people have the same thing with animals. Like, you have a resistance to getting dirty with touching an animal, or an animal licking you, or anything with an animal like a dog or a cat. Now, here's the same thing. Go in, hug the dog, rub the dog as much as possible. Get over the whole mind thing of it's dirty, or it's something you don't want, or it's going to make you itchy, or it's going to maybe give you an allergic reaction. Unless, obviously, you have an allergy, sure, then you don't go and do that. But for general points of people that aren't allergic and things like that, this is a cool way to just get over that image of yourself and being above and beyond things, and get into it, get dirty, feel messy. And I always start with my hands. My hands is the first point that I just push in there, just touch, just get into it, and then I'm over, and I can work effectively. and I can really be one with what I'm doing and equal. Thank you very much.